Hey everybody, welcome to Halfbeard's Heads Up. Today, Brutal fucking Legend. Yeah, that's right. PC release, we're taking a look at it. So, just kind of premising it right away. There isn't really a ton different with this release, aside from the fact that it is on the PC compared to the PS3, Xbox 360 versions. Just so you're aware, up front, that's the case. It's still a fucking amazing game. If you have not played this before, you should buy this. $20 for this game is great. This version comes with all the DLC. It comes with the ability to put on fucking 1080p and all that shit. It's great. You'll notice this version looks quite a bit better because, go to the options real quick. Just gotta show off the fanciness. It automatically goes to 1080, VSync, all that crap. More importantly, ridiculous amounts of versions of anti-aliasing you can go for. I'm just going with FAA for the sake of this quick look, this heads up, because I want to make sure it's not, bricking all over the place. But also, all the crazy options. They're working on making it perfect for 1080. Right now, it's just working under a high fidelity simulation mode sort of thing. But they are still kind of doing some stuff with it. They're definitely still optimizing this game. It's not quite perfect yet when it comes to the actual playing. There's definitely been some issues with optimization. That said, they're very active on the Steam forums about it, and they're clearly working on it. I expect to see this game in, top goddamn form within the next couple weeks. But yeah, I mean, it's just Brutal Legend. I'm kind of just wanting to... Really, this is just an excuse for me to play more Brutal Legend, because I fucking love Brutal Legend. This is the game that kind of got me really into metal, as well as, just good. It's one of my favorite open worlds, because there's nothing better I find than tooling around in this car, which, as you can see, there's a couple extra DLC skins in here, like the Raz skin, what I'm driving around in. I just love tooling around in my awesome car and listening to metal, to this crazy landscape. Which for night to show, because the skyboxes in this game are amazing at night. But I figured we'd just play through one of my favorite sequences.
Anybody got
Spider
a problem
Queen
with that?
lair. And then maybe I'll show you a little multiplayer. And by multiplayer, I mean an AI match, because I'm fucking terrible at the multiplayer.
My friend is dying. I'm heading in there now. You sure you don't want to talk me out of it?
No.
No?
Sorry, Jack Black.
Okay.
Yeah, because I'm not really good at the multiplayer. And if you forgot, yeah, surprise! For as much as this totally looks like a God of War game, it's not. It's an RTS. There's an awesome open world action game. That's kind of the wrapper for that RTS, but at its heart of hearts, it is an RTS. Oh, yeah. Forgot how much I like this song. Just grooving for a little bit here. Yeah, they did a really good job of kind of setting the tempo of the music with the action perfectly and kind of halting it in the right way so that if you were to stand in that part before the music gets going, like, the song will continue here. I can just sit here and wait, but as I start to go, the music will eventually start going again. Oh, I'm not blocking. I mean, it's, for those who never played it, combat's still what it is. A little mashy, but fun. Some decent combos around. I really feel like I shouldn't need to explain too much of what this game is. Kind of the point of this video is to kind of say, hey, if you have not played this game before, I think this might be the version to get, just because A, it's, obviously cheaper than the console was when they launched, and it's got all the DLC, and it's easily going to be the best looking version. If it's not already, it will be in a couple weeks. Kind of depends on what your computer can do. But more importantly, if you have played through this on the console, there maybe isn't a ton of reasons to get this game. It's kind of just the sort of thing where you should pick this up only if you really desperately want to play Brutal Legend again with a bit of a higher fidelity. I mean, there's not enough different here compared to the PS3 360 versions to really warrant a second purchase. But I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. This is the sort of thing that, for people who, if you haven't already bought it, you get it now, you enjoy the hell out of it. You have already picked up another console, Well, you know, you wait till Steam sale when this thing drops down to, you know, $5, and then you pick it up as a impulse buy and enjoy the magic of Brutal Legend all over again. This is one of those games that I feel like will eventually be in everybody's Steam library.
Whoa. Okay, I would ask nicely for some of your giant bass strings, but you don't strike me as the negotiating type, so out of personal respect, I'll just get right to the ass kicking.
All those wondering, the full soundtrack is still here. Licensing rights, I guess, stuck nice and heavy. I'm still amazed they're kind of able to publish on the PC, because I would have thought EA would have kind of kept those rights pretty locked up. That said, that was part of the EA Partners program, I think, and fuck if I know how that works. I mean, that whole thing has been kind of weird. So, whatever. Oh, I love the song. This doesn't work on that, but it's gonna use a face melter. I guess I haven't really shown the solo system aside from when I summon the Deuce. This game had that awesome thing where to do all your special abilities, you just play a wicked solo, either using you know, get out the car, or I've got one that melts people's faces off, one that powers up my troops. Later on, you get one that summons a giant zeppelin that crash at your feet and just murder everybody.
I don't want to burn my fingers off.
Yeah, this game still has a problem with repeated dialogue a lot, I find. Especially with that line in particular, the I don't want to burn my fingers off. Whenever he overdoes his guitar. That's a little much. Or I guess a little not enough, in some ways. Oh, I love the power slide. Yeah. So, I think the ultimate message here, this game's still pretty fucking great. Oh, I got too close there. I forgot there's a lock-on system. Oh, that's how you do the dodge. It's been a while since I played this game. Couldn't remember how the hell to do the dodge. Yeah, this game's still a lot of fun. I mean, I'm sure I won't be saying that as much when we get to the RTS parts, because again, I'm terrible at the RTS parts, and I don't know, it's kind of a... it's kind of an RTS light experience, but the game's still wicked fun. My kind of hope is because they're supporting this game so heavily, and they've definitely gained access to all the DLC. It makes me wonder if maybe we might get more Brutal Legends DLC on the PC. I think that would be pretty neat. If we just maybe we get lucky enough that they make some single-player DLC. That'd be cool. Probably won't happen, but oh, a man can dream.
Well, it ain't pretty. Let's hope it's fast.
All right. I don't need the map. I know where to go. Oh, actually, maybe I... Oh, no, never mind. I know where to go. I lost track for a second there. It has been a good, like, you know, what, 3 years or so? 2009, but I probably finished it in 2010. Early 2010. So probably a good 3 or 4 years since I last played this game. So I'm allowed to have forgotten the map somewhat. The interesting thing is, I'm not sure if it's just for pre-orders. I know pre-orders got it, but I think it might be for.
Teamwork.
Oh, that wasn't great. I think it might be if you buy like the collector's edition or whatever it is as well. You do get the soundtrack, and I'm not sure if it's the full soundtrack because there's a ton of songs. I think it's like 108 songs in the soundtrack, but hopefully you get it all. Also, Lemmy. Oh man, I forgot all the great rock cameos in this. All great metal-ass cameos. God, I love Lemmy. The textures in this game are kind of interesting. Like, there'll be some, like her t-shirt, that are still kind of off, but then, like, his vest has a lot of texture, or her face has a lot of texture. Like, the really nice ways.
You know, we could really use guys like you and your men.
Well, like
in
his
our
shirt
band.
and his
I mean,
vest,
army.
but then you look at
I'm
his
much
skin.
of a joiner, but I'll do anything if it pisses off Lion White. Drag your wounded up here before they die, and I'll heal them all.
All right, come see us in Bladehenge sometime. Got some new T-shirts coming in. I'll totally hook you up.
Oh yeah, full achievements, of course. Alright. Well, that's one of kind of, I think, one of, at least for me, one of the stand-up moments in this game. Also, check out that wicked-ass skybox. Even during the day, it's nice. Great vistas and everything. Oh, it's awesome. Why don't I jump into a quick AI match? Because I don't want to show off too much of the single player. You've kind of seen what the tooling around part is. I mean, realistically, the big thing in this game, aside from the RTS, is driving around in your car, getting all the... There's dragons you gotta save. There's Legends of Ormagodon, the Ancient Fire God, which you need to go listen to, and they're all great. There is side quest upon side quest upon side quest. Hey, who we ambushing? Bad guys. That sort of thing. That's all in this game. And then there's this. Yeah, we're gonna do AI practice because I'm a giant wuss. We'll say normal. We'll say normal. Yeah, AI practice. Circlet Tears. I like Bladewood, but it looks like where we just were essentially. So why don't we pick somewhere a little different, just kind of show what this game looks like in other places. Crucible of the Titans. This was a DLC map, so we'll do this one. Those who might remember, 3 different teams. The Goth, I guess it was Death Metal, Tainted Coil, I guess? I don't really know what kind of metal they represent. I was never really able to figure it out. And then Classic, my favorite kind, the Classic Metal, Ironhead, which is who I'm going to be. And we'll fight the Drowning Doom. Yeah, we'll fight the Goths. Just get an overview of the map. So the multiplayer works in that you need to capture... Where is one? So, merch booths over there, over the kind of fan vents. That's the fans of the green stuff coming out. They are your resource. You need to capture as many of those as possible to... Here. God, it's been a while. There we go. It's been just long enough that I'm gonna have to... It's gonna take me a while to remember how to do stuff. Alright, so yeah, there's more fan vents. You can knock the worms off of there. Where is the enemy? Ah, here we go. So the goal is, gain a ton of fans so you can build a decent army, so you can go attack the enemy's stage. Alright. Send out some of those guys, and let's see. Send them off after... this. And then once you're near your troops, you press the D-pad to give them some options. Oh yeah, I've been playing with a controller, but this game can be played with a mouse and keyboard. I'll be honest, not a big fan of the mouse and keyboard.
Find the beacon and get yourselves there.
It's not great.
Move it. Let's see some hustle out there.
Oh, they're going to that beacon. Shit. All right.
Show's over that way. Get moving. Move toward the lights. Get moving.
I ended up just mashing the shit out of that.
Gotta earn more fans before we can have that.
Also, you can use the interesting thing with this game is you can use everything you can from the single player in here. So, for instance, I can do this, which gives me a rally flag. So now guys will come to wherever I put the flag when they spawn. I normally just have it come with me. And I can rent my car and go harass the enemy team. Why? Because fuck you, that's why.
It's always been about you and me, man.
Actually, first, let's make us another merch booth.
Mosh pit.
There's something really fun about doing that.
That's not even sore. How's yours? Don't move. Toward the light. Hold up. Ass Kickers Unite. Ironhead, over here. If you
Let's
can
have
hear
them
my
follow
voice,
me.
come here.
And let's go. Oh, there's a tainted coil.
Kill
So
'em all.
yeah. Hey, there would be oh yeah, double attacks as well. When you're in RTS mode, you can essentially join up with any of your units, and they have their own abilities. Like when I join up with the headbangers, the Iron Wars, whatever the fuck they're called, they do the mosh pit, which essentially allows us to make an invincible battering ram of metal.
That was awesome. Haven't done a mosh pit.
Show you. Does that make you feel like a man?
Doom door. Rock Kick it. Flying home to cry to your mommy?
All right, got rid of her. Oh, I should probably summon out some dudes, eh?
We will bury more fans.
Yeah, I don't know. As an RPS, I always thought this game was kind of not subpar, not bad. It's just kind of meh. You know what? Oh, I don't have enough for face melter, but I can do this. Give my dudes a bit more strength.
It's about time. Stupid jocks. I don't feel.
Gotta earn more fans before.
Yeah. I mean, this is essentially just kind of RTS light. For the most part, you can kind of carry the rally flag. I mean, on the easier difficulties anyways, or against easier opponents. You can just kind of have the rally flag on you, so the enemies all, so your guys all come to you, and then you just kind of go from place to place. And that will, for the most part, do you. Also, as you can see, I'm using the Blade of Ormagon, which is that crazy axe and the crazy guitar. Again, as I said, all the DLC stuff is still here. So let's jump in my car and go fuck up the enemy base.
Not enough fans. I don't want to burn my fingers off. Gotta give Clementine a breather.
This shouldn't take too long.
Somebody put me out! Need more fans.
Let's go defend my base. My fans are low. How do I have low fans? I've got 4 merch booths going. Oh, I see why.
Gotta earn more fans before we need a ride.
But yeah. Also, apparently they fixed the netcode a little bit. The netcode was had some problems with latency and stuff like that. That has apparently been fixed for this version. Oh yeah, you can still spin fat brodies. Which, realistically, I spend at least a half hour of every session of Brutal Legend doing that. Alright. I'm gonna wait for some of my dudes to show up. There they come.
Not enough fans.
And then... gonna have them follow me. Oh, that's my guys. Alright, guys, everybody follow me to the enemy base.
Man, I must be getting old.
Now I'm just gonna send everybody to the
Let's
base.
see some hustle out there.
It's lazy?
Find the beacon
Yes.
and get
Don't
yourselves
care.
there. Get moving. The light marks the spot. Go. Move toward the light. The light marks the spot. Go.
And then, I mean, you could, from this point, you can kind of just do the lazy thing of hanging out in the air and, you know, commanding your units from here.
All you new dudes, that's where we're meeting.
Alright. See if that actually did anything. What's with my axe? Why is it ghostly all of a sudden? Oh, maybe that's her spell.
Maybe I should build more merch booths.
I'm gonna go deal with the guys coming over here to fuck up my place.
Rocket sauce.
Yeah, I guess I've stopped talking because this is more Brutal Legend. And that's not really a ton to talk about there. This game's just good.
Rock us some rain.
Come back here. I need to power slide into you.
Power slide. Rocket sauce.
Yeah.
Oh, that felt good. Good hype.
Man, everything does the slow kill. I think I've forgotten exactly how big a thing that is.
Get moving. Move toward the light. Ah, legs.
As you see, my guys are here fucking it up. Which is why I'm gonna help them out by doing this. It's kind of a fun RTS though. I mean, it's RTS light. I mean, it certainly was never my favorite part of Brutal Legend, but it's not bad. It's definitely... it's got its own charm. That's kind of always been my feeling about it.
Now you got face all over your shirt.
Fuck off.
Get ready.
Summon up more dudes. Yeah, it's very much the kind of bullshit RTS strategy of I'm gonna create a bunch of units and then just roll across the map like I'm making blood cookies. But, you know, whatever. Oh, also you can die. When that happens, you become, you lose, you're out of the battle for a minute, but you also lose some fans, which makes things a little tough.
Figured.
Need more fans.
Oh man, are we all out of dudes?
The light's shining. Find it.
Oh no.
Kick some ass. Take no prisoners. The light marks the spot. Go.
Also, I did mention some of the stuff you can do, but there is also, but basically with this, I can aim the gun. The whole point is just to destroy their stage. You can tell how much health the stage has by how many spotlights are up on it. So less spotlights, the closer it is to death.
Already got too many dudes on the field.
Surrounded.
I'm gonna hop off.
Let's do that again sometime. You want me to turn it up?
I will say, again, we come back. Like, actually, this is probably one of my favorite Jack Black performances is Brutal Legend, but the repeated lines do become a little much at some point.
Oh, go get him! Destroy! I summon the angry forces of nature! Get moving! Bring me their head! Take no prisoners! Ass kickers unite! Eviscerate! Carcass of breed!
Oh, one of my Mercuries is under attack. I don't think that's going to be a problem as they're down to one spotlight. Yeah, I don't know, maybe I'm coming around to this multiplayer. I never really played much of the multiplayer. My experience with the RTS was in the actual gameplay itself. And I think I'm coming around on it. I actually do like the multiplayer in this game.
Come here!
I still don't think it's the best RTS out there, but it's its own kind of dumb fun. I don't think I'd ever play anything other than Ironhead.
If I'd only found the
Oh, there we go. They're done. They're done. So yeah, that's kind of Brutal Legend. It is as good as it ever was, but now better because the graphics are better. I know obviously game is not determined by its graphics, but when a game is out already, I mean, that's kind of all you got, you know? Like, that's the thing to do. I mean, with the exception of adding extra content, which they can't really do so much of, this feels like the best version just because you've got that awesome fidelity now, which, I mean, it's not really necessary in a game with this kind of art style where it is a little more cartoony, but for some of the stuff like the crazy skyboxes and shit like that, it makes a world of difference. Long story short, Brutal Legend is still fucking awesome. If you have any affinity for Metal Music or Double Fine's work or things that are good, you should probably buy Brutal Legend. If you already have, maybe don't get this right away. Maybe wait for a sale. If you haven't, I say at most, maybe wait a week, just while they're ironing out a bug or two. But pick it up. This game's great. It's an awesome open world adventure with, I personally say, one of the funnest open worlds around. And there's a decent RTS line under there. If you're a StarCraft nut, you are not going to be happy with the RTS component in this game. Don't come in expecting that. Maybe even not play this. But if you are just like, whatever, I can live with an RTS, you will luck yourself in Brutal Legend. That's kind of the end of the story. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to go ride the deuce around and listen to wicked fucking metal. Oh yeah, full soundtrack. What do I want to listen to? What song do I like? Oh, Destroy the Orcs is good. Later, guys.